In this economy, everything feels expensive. But as a homemaker and a mama of little ones, I've learned to get creative. Today, I'm sharing real life ways I save money without compromising what my family actually needs, especially when it comes to clothes, food, and everyday choices. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a wife, mama, and homemaker sharing simple, Christ-centered rhythms for the home. From natural and holistic living to biblical womanhood and honest motherhood, my hope is to encourage you in the quiet, often unseen, yet sacred work of caring for your family. So if you're craving more peace, purpose, and presence, you're in the right place. So we're going to talk about clothing for a little while before I talk about my other tips. So when I shop for my kids, I don't shop for trends. I shop for function. I recently went to Old Navy and went straight to the clearance section. I found 100% cotton t-shirts for $1 to $4 each. Honestly, I don't pay more than $5 for a t-shirt because our life is mostly outside, getting dirty, and playing hard. Even if we're inside, they're bound to get a stain on their shirt. I don't need expensive prints or perfect outfits. Like this bluey Christmas shirt. It's completely out of season, which is why it was so cheap. But I honestly don't care if my kid wears a Christmas shirt in the middle of summer, especially if we're just playing in the backyard. And even if we do have to run errands and they're wearing it, it's just a t-shirt. If people notice, they'll survive. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't care about the opinion of others when it comes to such a trivial thing like a t-shirt. Does the shirt have holes in it? No, it's just a shirt that's out of season. I do set aside 1 or 2 nicer outfits for each of my kids for things like birthday parties, family outings, or going out to eat. And I also do keep a few dresses just for church so they stay in good shape. So they're not allowed to wear those clothes unless we're going somewhere like I just mentioned. That way, I'm not constantly replacing clothes or stressing over stains on the nice stuff. And then also when we go to an event, I don't have to look in their drawers and be like, oh my gosh, all of these have stains on them. All of them look dingy. Like, no, they already have their 1 to 2 outfits set aside in the closet specifically for those outings. Play clothes are for play and everyday living, and that saves me both money and mental energy. Now, in today's day and age, there's so much pressure out there to have our kids dressed a certain way or living a certain lifestyle. But I've let go of all that. I have 2 kids. My 3rd is on the way. I'm 8 months pregnant. And that doesn't matter. Like, my kids are happy, healthy, loved, clothed, and that matters more than matching sets or name brands. I'm raising real children, not catalog models. And that mindset shift has saved me more than money. It's saved me peace. Not worrying about the opinion of others in this area is so freeing financially and mentally. Now, it's tempting when you're scrolling on social media and you see all these cute clothes, and even if you go into the store and you see all these cute clothes and you want your kids to go in them, and the price point usually is pretty expensive. And then also it's like, realistically, where is your child wearing that? If you go a lot of places, then maybe it's worth investing a few more dollars in some nicer clothes. But I know for us and our lifestyle, that's just not the case. We barely go places depending on the season in our life. Right now, it is summer, so we are mostly home. Yes, we go places, but if we do, it's to the park. And again, why am I going to put my kid in a nice brand new outfit that is like light colored, aesthetic looking, just for them to go down the slide and stain it? Because let's be honest, most parks are dirty because there's a bunch of kids playing on them, a bunch of the elements. And so I've done that before, and it's like, oh man, like I guess I should have put you in like a darker colored clothing because I didn't know your pants were going to get this dirty going down the slide. So I encourage you to consider that, like, what's your lifestyle? And then another thing is fabrics. I am I've been making the switch to natural fabrics for myself and my children. And honestly, most children's clothes from Old Navy that I found are 100% cotton. So that's also pretty awesome. You don't have to get them these $50 linen sets or this $40 pair of cotton pants that you saw online. At this age, I just don't recommend it because honestly, unless it was gifted to me, like I would like I've considered buying some of those, but I'm like, for what? Number one, they're just going to grow out of it in a couple of months. Number two, where are they even wearing that? Like, I'm pretty much the only person that's going to see them in those clothes anyway. And why would I spend $50 on a pair of pants for my child to play in the backyard and get messy and dirty or crawl on the floor inside and just be playing with their siblings? Like, it's just not needed. Before my second born was born, I wanted to take cute pictures, put them in matching outfits, and so I bought these matching sets. They were the cutest thing ever, but they wore them probably twice before they got a stain on them, and then they outgrew them very quickly. So I'm like, clothing is a huge area where I'm not going to pay more than $5 for a t-shirt and more than $10 for a dress. That's just my personal rule, and it works for us, and it saves us a ton of money. Another way that you can save money is by meal planning. Meal planning keeps your grocery budget in check. Focus on healthy, quick meals with overlapping ingredients. Nothing fancy. Most nights I use ingredients like rice, oats, and simple vegetables to stretch meals across the week. Also, frozen vegetables are great because you don't run the risk of them going bad in the refrigerator if you don't use them. I know they don't taste as good in certain dishes, but I like having frozen vegetables on hand for things like soups, certain soups, and just a quick meal that you want to throw in a side of vegetables or canned things like canned green beans. Again, it's not as fresh as fresh, but let's be honest, sometimes we end up wasting food, and what's better than wasting food and wasting money? Just buy something that will store for longer. Now, another way you can save money is buying bulk pantry staples. So if I see a staple that I use all of the time on sale, like oats, or maybe it's dried beans for you, stock up. It keeps my pantry full and saves us from having to pay full price when we run out. Another thing is avoid impulse buys. Now, this is something you might have to train yourself to do, but it's so worth it. When you see something that you or your family might need, it's not like an urgent thing, write it down and wait. And if you still think you want it or need it in a few days, maybe then it's time to get it. But most of the time when I do this, I realize I am perfectly fine without it. This can go for all areas. It can go for clothing, a household thing, a kitchen item. It really makes a big difference in the long run. Another thing that I do to save money as a homemaker is hand-me-downs. Now, my daughters are very close in age and size. They're actually currently in most of the same size now, which is crazy. But yeah, so hand-me-downs make sense. Yes, I get tempted to buy my youngest all new things, but I've learned to pause. If the clothes are still in good shape, they get passed down. Me and my husband do buy her a few new pieces that are just for her, but it's not everything, and that's okay. The last thing I do as a homemaker that saves us money is we don't do all the activities. Yes, I've seen some amazing places I'd love to bring my kids, but a lot of them are so expensive. Some are even $20 to $40 per kid for just 2 hours of play. That adds up really fast. So we do those activities and those kind of outings sometimes, but not all the time, more on an occasion. And because we say no more than we say yes, it actually feels special when we do go. It's not just another random Tuesday or another weekend. It's something they remember. It's something our kids truly remember. And when I need to get out of the house, I look for free options. The public library actually often hosts free story time or kids events. We go to the park or we just run errands and let them ride in the cart and help me shop. It's not much, but they don't need constant entertainment like the world tries to sell us. They just need us. All of these habits, shopping smart, saying no to pressure, and choosing intentional routines, they save us money. But more importantly, they bring peace. In a world where everything feels more expensive and fast-paced than ever, peace is priceless. Saving money doesn't mean doing without. It means doing what makes sense for your family. So if that means clearance t-shirts, hand-me-downs, skipping the indoor playground, or reusing a gift bag, embrace it. You're doing just fine. What's one way you save money as a mama or homemaker? Drop it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear how you make it work in your home. And until next time, remember, God's love for you surpasses your wildest imagination. I'll see you in the next one, friends.